to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Moe's Guitars is the proud sponsor of Girls Talk Rock. Over 35 years of helping girls and guys rock. Moe's Guitars, M-O-Z-E, guitars.com.
Welcome to Girls Talk Rock, where the musician's creativity finds its voice. And here are your hosts, Tracy Smith and Beth Venus.
Hello, my name is Tracy Smith, and this is
Girls Talk Rock. I'm Beth Venus. We're so happy to be here on this beautiful Wednesday evening, as we always are.
I want to go right into it by saying that we are being carried by Enter Talk Radio. That's ENTERTALK radio.com, who is powered by the mighty WS Radio, who's the worldwide leader in Internet talk. We thank them so much for allowing us to have our show, Girls Talk Rock, on air. So we want to get right into who our beautiful guests are tonight. You guys are going to be very excited that you tuned in tonight. And I've been plastering it all over the airwaves and all over Facebook and Twitter, and it's going crazy. People are blowing up for this show tonight because we want to introduce, who are we talking to tonight, Beth?
We're talking about the Amin L Collective. And for those of you who don't know exactly what that is a project with two very special people, and we have them both on today. That includes Michael O'Neill, who's here in studio with us, and of course we have Amin L, who's going to be calling in, so we can really give him the 1-2 as well. But welcome to the studio, Michael. So nice to have you.
My pleasure. Good to be here with you, ladies.
We're just pleased to talk about your new project, which of course is with the Amin L Collective. Yes.
Actually, the Amin L Collective is a separate project. That's Amin's own project prior to us getting together.
So what is your project together?
Our project together is simply entitled Amin L and Michael O'Neill, and the title is Let It All Go.
That's what we're going to say next. Let it all go. And of course, I really love this theme, so we're just going to bounce back to this the entire time. These are two names that you may have heard over the years in many capacities, and we're going to get into their history and why it's so important that you tune in and learn from some of the really good things that have happened in their careers. But we wanted to start off with asking you what brought you two together, what brought these two great musicians together to decide to do something for yourselves.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I went to a jam session with a keyboard player who I'd not seen in 25 years.
Wow.
So kind of like a jazzy jam session. And they're playing mostly like standard American songbook kind of songs. And this guy shows up and introduced himself. The other guys knew him. He says, okay, he's going to sing so-and-so. And the minute the sound of this guy's voice came out, I was like, whoa.
That's right, because this guy's incredible. I mean, are you there on the other line?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, excellent. Hang on. Yeah,
hey,
hang tight.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, we're doing excellent.
Okay.
We're just opening up the show here with Michael giving us a little bit of insight as to how you two met. And what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you have from that very first meeting that you took from this very first meeting with Michael?
Oh, he's the bad boy on the guitar, as
Awesome.
you know.
Well, we know bad boys are very good in music, so that makes me happy right away. And he said when he heard you sing, you guys were at a jam session of sorts, just covering some standards, getting kind of groovy, having some fun, and that he heard you get on that mic and he knew that sound was something he wanted to work with. Was the feeling mutual? You were like, oh gosh, there's my bad boy on guitar. Let's make sure we make this happen. Was it love at first sight for you too, Amin? Did we lose Amin? Hey, Amin, if we lost you, we're going to work on getting you right back. But we were talking to Michael about not love at first sight, but you knew it was something you wanted to work with. And I think as musicians, we all know when we click with someone that's something you want to be a part of and incorporate with. So what happened from there?
If you'd like to make a call, please hang.
Oh, boy. Well, absolutely the truth. Actually, this kind of evolved over 2 or 3 jam session occurrences. The first time, I love that sound.
Yeah.
Next time, we started to talk a little more. And then the third time, what really cinched it was we started to talk about everything else.
and finding out if you guys fit
like what you want to
puzzle-wise.
do in the future and
Like,
that type of
and
thing.
the world, the way the world is, our feelings about everything that's going on, and
So you guys
that's
were on the same page with that, and that really felt like a good click.
exactly.
That makes sense because that really transcends into your music too, and just creating and writing and even jamming with someone, just what's happening. Is that a big part of the Let It All Go project? Some of your feelings, your insights on what's happening around you?
It really is, and because of the fact that, this the choice for us to do this together really did turn out to be great because as a writing team, it was fantastic. The better part of 2015, we were in the process of writing this 10-tune project, and we literally sat down together and did it all, and wrote from the standpoint of really discussing what we were trying to say, researching, really, and then from there trying to find the gems, word-wise, not just settling for that's an okay line. No, we want those shiny lines.
And the hooks, yes, because it's all about the hook.
Right.
Well, and I also, that's so interesting to hear because, and we'll cover it more when we ask about your backgrounds and we can share whatever everybody doesn't already know and some things they will learn about you. But did you decide to stay with the same genre that you were most comfortable with, or do you feel like you went outside of some of those typical, comfortable shoes and kind of stretched each other out to other styles or genres that maybe you hadn't recorded with before, with the luxury of that effort?
By design, we were like, we're getting out of this box. We are not going to exist in this box at all. We're going eclectic, and we want to have a brand, a sound, something that's not, even though we can cover the different areas, the jazz, the R&B, rock, blues, whatever, we want there to be something identifiable. That's
So
a
something
little
that
different.
you really used a great word, the word brand. Amin, I know you're back with us online. Yes.
I'm back.
Oh, wonderful!
Well,
sorry
sorry
we
about
lost
losing
you.
you.
The hills of San Diego.
Get
sometimes,
back here, man.
Now we were just talking about how you guys were using some of your styles that you're comfortable with and really kind of stretched out of those shoes.
Yes.
How would you describe this new album, Let It All Go? What does it really push out to? What styles?
And
were
what
you pushing?
genre? Yeah.
Well, I mean, as Michael was saying, we created our own thing. We got out of the boxes that we were, known for. I played all types of music, R&B. I've even played country.
Oh,
I
wow.
love it.
In
Love
my
it.
experience, but it was new for me, and just everything that Michael threw at me, because some of these things, he's actively doing scoring music for film. So
Right. We were going to discuss that.
some of these things he had some ideas about. Actually, some titles like "A Million Men Too Many" was a title that he had in his head, and the events of 2015 kind of pushed us in a direction with that particular song, and we just I really wouldn't even call it a genre, but you will hear the soul of blues, of jazz, of
Well, you touched on a great word there, using the word the soul of.
soul.
Because I
Yes.
think music is
Soul,
going more in that direction. It used to be like, what station do you listen to? Or, the whole album was all one style. And now we have songs that can be on all kinds of different stations.
Different feels and different
hundreds,
genres
We're not
on this
pitching-
within the same
we're not-
album as well.
and the safety of not
Right,
having to
we're not in
pigeonhole
a
yourself.
box here.
Which is really very exciting.
Right.
I want to see what the difference is, really, Michael, for you in the difference in writing for TV or movie and, for lack of a better word, mood music and telling a story through music, coming and going and out of a script versus, really creating a song, a piece of work that is done by artists in a
Right.
room. How do you approach it differently?
Well, I don't.
Oh,
the truth,
wonderful.
the truth is that ever since I got into writing for stories and supporting stories and moods, all of my writing got better. It's an enhancement. It's a multiplication. It's not a subtraction or either or. It's
Your
just
toolbox is bigger.
it is. It's a lot better because if you can the best songs we've ever heard that stick with us create pictures in our brains.
That's right. That's right. It takes us to a place. It makes us look at it. It makes us remember the good old days, when you've chased the ice cream truck down the road, which is one of my best friend's songs.
I think I just heard it right now.
Yeah, Natalie Emmons, she does the best song. I'm giving her a shout out right now, but she's talking about the ice cream truck, how you got a single dollar in your pocket and it's burning a hole in your hand because you hear the ice cream truck coming down the road. And there you go, you chase after that ice cream truck. It's just that kind of memories that come flooding back from that. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I know you guys have your album right now is released, of course, on iTunes. Are you guys doing a tour? Are you playing with a group? Or are you going to take it on the road, so to speak, or just select locations where you're going to have some live intimate shows? What is your plan before we go out to break?
What do you think, buddy? We're threatening, right?
We're selecting some things. I mean, I'll be doing a residency in North Hollywood, and we're going to present this program on the 27th. We're going to present Let It All Go on the 27th in North Hollywood at the MKM Dance Studio, along with the Martin Dancers. It's going to be a very interesting performance. And
cool.
If anybody's in the area, make sure you get there and see us. Actually, you can check my blog, check us on Facebook for information of the MKM Dance Studio. But it's going to be an awesome show. We've got a full-on band. Horns and everything, so it's going to be great. You don't want to miss this.
The whole 9
awesome.
yards.
So hang on to that thought, because when we come back, we're going to talk to you guys about all of your musical history coming up, who you've played with, that kind of fun stuff.
The best decisions you made.
We'd like to give a shout out to Moe's Guitars, because you've been rocking the world for 40 years now down in La Mesa, and they're a good supporter of ours. Play It Like a Girl Records, Ronnie Lee, and a bunch of others. We'll be right back.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goli, one thing that you have helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get to the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians, because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Moe's Guitars is the proud sponsor of Girls Talk Rock. Over 35 years of helping girls and guys rock. Moe's Guitars, M-O-Z-E, guitars.com.
Welcome to Girls Talk Rock, where the musician's creativity finds its voice. And here are your hosts, Tracy Smith and Beth Venus.
All right, Bethy, we are back. I just want to give a really quick shout out to Rodney over at Silver Tiger Production, because he's out there, he's doing it. 10,000 shows a year. If you're a tribute band or an original band even, he's got all kinds of places for you. And I also want to give a quick shout out to our friend Meredith, who's working She Rocks the Planet TV. She Rocks the Planet TV. So type that into your browser and go for it. All right, Bethy, let's get back into this interview with these two guys.
I want to remind everybody that we're here, of course, with Michael O'Neill and Amin L. Hey, Amin, are you still with us?
I'm still here.
Wonderful.
Right on.
You saw it through. Thank you so much. We are here. We are here. And we're so happy. We were talking in the first section about you guys getting together and the collaborative of Let It All Go, which is a release for you guys, your album, and hopefully your upcoming tour. We're going to talk in our last segment about all the places we can find you guys live and, of course, where we can purchase this latest project. But here in this second section, we really want to go over, why it's so exciting to be sitting here talking to you, because our listeners need to kind of get a little refresher course on what a working musician's history looks like. And so we're going to start, of course, I think we'll start with Amin. You've been waiting through that commercial time period so long. We really were excited that you guys were working together, but we wanted to talk to you about your history and what brought you to becoming a professional working musician. Was there a turning point in your career? Every musician listening is going to be shaking their head saying, I know exactly where you're talking about, where you went, today's the day I became a professional musician.
Bing.
Was it a certain gig or a certain tour or a session that you were sitting in on, or you got your union card, or I don't know what? What was that moment for you, Amin?
Well, we opened I was playing with a group out here in the desert. I'm in the Palm Springs area, by the way. And a good friend of mine, great guitar player, Bob Zenner. He was with the Standellos. They had a hit called Muddy Water. You remember that one?
Nice.
Nice. Bob Zenner, this is an amazing man. He befriended me. Because my bass playing was okay, and their bass player couldn't make his gig. So we opened up for Eric Burden, and I was playing bass, and I started singing some just the background stuff, and the crowd went wild.
That's very cool.
And my girlfriend at the time, may she rest in peace, she said, you should be singing. And I had never thought about singing. I always, my people were like Stanley Clark, and I was
absolutely.
looking at people like Marcus Miller and all these great, Victor Wooten, all these bass players. I wanted to do what they were doing,
Yeah, and you're singing. Your vocals are so smooth. It's just incredible to listen to you. So.
Was that a quick click with them, though? Was that a quick click with them when they connected with you? Was that something that when you played with them?
That was my epiphany. Mm-hmm. That was I'm sorry, say again?
Yeah, I was just wondering if they had the epiphany, too, when they worked with you. And everybody went, yes, now this is happening.
Well, like I said, Bob Zenner, beautiful man. He, kind of took me under his wing a little and just, hey, man, this is good. Bob is always positive about things. And that was a big,
change,
encouragement for me.
So mentorship meant a lot. I've been around musicians all my life. My family, they played, and,
my mother, we've always had a piano in the house. My mother, God rest her soul, she wanted us all to get involved with music. And she made it. She did what she had to. She scrubbed floors. I mean, she took care of other people's children, and to get those little coins so that we could take music classes, and so that we had that in our lives, and I'm forever grateful for her doing that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, that was my epiphany about playing
moment.
Professionally.
And you went, this is something we can do. Right.
Yeah.
The first one that's a check and not cash really feels good.
Musicians were still getting, at the time, musicians were still getting paid. I mean, a decent kind of pay.
Right.
Really?
At that time, when we did, it was a decent kind of pay,
So I expected you were a studio or a session
local
musician.
venue.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I'm sorry?
Well, we were just, of course you're relating it to now, and I was wondering, you say you got that mentorship. Is that something that is important to you now at this point in your career, having artists that you can mentor and that you can offer the same support to if you think there's somebody, worth investing in?
Absolutely. Real quick, I'll tell you a story about Horace Tapscott. This is prior to me playing. I was studying the bass, wanting to study the bass. So I met Horace Tapscott in Los Angeles, and I had saw his orchestra, the Pan-African Orchestra, playing. He had 2 basses, 2 drummers, 2 of everything in this orchestra, and it just blew my mind. So after seeing that, I got a chance to run into him in Leimert Park, and he was coming out of the world stage, had just finished a rehearsal, and I so admired him. I said, Brother Tapscott, it's such a pleasure to finally meet you, blah, 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 asking him about the music. And one of the things he said that always stuck with me is that the older musicians taught me that. And they told me that I must teach it to everybody else that wants to know.
That's
so
amazing.
It's been given to me. I'm
good.
giving it to you, and you do the same. And that's always been in my heart.
Right.
And may Brother Horace Tapscott rest in peace.
Well, Michael, did you have the same
But
experience?
I've been around those type people all my life.
I'm wondering if Michael had the same experience where you had that moment where you said, yeah, this is happening. I'm going to be a professional musician. This is working. And it's going to work for me. And if you also had some kind of docent who was kind of a mentor to you.
Well, I mean, my path was a little bit different layers-wise, I had, I grew up in America as a kid that wanted to play guitar. It looked good, so that's fun to do.
It was cool.
The girls like it. Yay. Okay, so I just, you learn the little riffs of the day and blah, blah, blah. You don't know what the heck.
Smoke on the water.
Yeah, you
Got
don't know
it.
what you're doing at all, but you're doing it.
My guitarist calls it a panty crowbar, so let's not beat around it.
Oh, nice.
That's what these guys call these things. So when the guys say, I played for, to get the girls, I don't doubt it for a heartbeat.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, why not?
Why not?
Yeah, so continue with your path.
Yeah.
Better than
I'd like to
poetry.
hear this.
Yeah. Anyway, so, I had a long period of time of just doing all the little small, low-paying, local gigs of learning music that I loved, playing music all the time. I just was going to do it. And then, probably when I was 20 or so, I got my heart broken real good for the first time, real good. So I decided to go take a trip down to Mexico. I'm half Mexican and half Irish, so I decided to go down and have a 6-week trip in Mexico with my family down there and kind of find out what's happening. It was like my version of going to Mars or something.
Nice.
Like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, nice.
I'm leaving this planet, man.
Darn it. Yeah, I hear you.
So my family down there, my godfather, who I'm named after, Miguel Bermejo, Michael, was the founder of the very original Trio Folklorico, which is the 3 guys with sombreros with the guitars and the serapes. Where you see
Awesome.
that format, his group's the original. It's called Trio Calaveras.
Awesome.
So as a little kid, they would come once a year to perform at the $1 Million Theater downtown. And for a week, there'd be all these parties at my grandparents' house. And they, I was a little 2-3-year-old guy. They put me up on the table to do my little Elvis hound dog.
Of course.
Love it.
And the suit and the hat. Got it.
So they're putting me up to this. But nonetheless, after taking this trip down there, I connected with my cousins who were all great musicians. And that experience, when I came back, now I was ready to really go for it. And that's when I really, decided.
So let's bring you forward in your history and find out, how did you get to the level where you were able to play with somebody like a George Benson? Let's tell everybody his history. George Benson's guitar player for what, 20 plus years?
Oh, 30 plus.
30 plus years. Now we're wondering, and our listeners are all musicians, so they want to know, what steps did you take to actually get to that level?
Well, circulating very actively within the LA area, playing all the time in different situations, playing with this set of people. And so it becomes almost like a numbers game. Somebody's going to blow up in one of those pockets, and they're going to pull you in.
Tap into what you can.
Yes,
constantly.
right. So I was always, constantly playing the music, learning the music, studying the music. And then I was doing recording sessions for the guy who was George's musical director at the time. And when the position was vacated, he not only recommended me, he just played George a tape of a session we just did, and I was hired just like that.
Now that's amazing. So it's kind of the right place at the right time. It's networking, which we always tell all of our people about. You've got to network. You've got to hang out with the guys to get to that next level, because once they hear you and they realize that you are as good as you are, they're going to hire you right in. So hold that thought, everybody. We got 2 seconds. We're going to go to this next commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to talk to these guys all about live versus recording. And we're going to find out what their thoughts are in the industry about that. And, so we're going to talk a little bit about that when we come back. Thank you, Mo's Guitars, for being in business for 40 years. Thank you, Play It Like a Girl Records. Thank you, Silver Tiger Production. Thank you, WS Radio. Thank you, She Rocks the Planet. We'll be right back.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
To me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Mo's Guitars is the proud sponsor of Girls Talk Rock. Over 35 years of helping girls and guys rock. Mo's Guitars, MOZE, george-benson.guitars.com.
Welcome to Girls Talk Rock, where the musician's creativity finds its voice. And here are your hosts, Tracy Smith and Beth Venus.
Okay, sorry about that little bit glitch. So here we are back, and we are talking to Michael and Amin, and what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about live versus recording, and we're going to let you all know that this is what Michael does when he's just sitting at home on his couch. Take it away, Michael.
Michael O'Neill.
Smooth, brother. That was very smooth. We like that.
Doesn't that feel good?
All right, Amin, you're still hanging
likes
out
it
with
too.
us, bro. All right, here we
Amin.
go.
Yeah.
We're going to find out what your guys' insights are exactly about, what type of musicians that you guys are used to working with, whether it's union musicians or session musicians or what kind of players and stuff have you been working with?
Well, and particularly when you guys are recording on any of your projects, do you always feel like it's going to happen that you're going to be on the live tour, or sometimes it doesn't balance out where you may be recorded with an artist but you don't necessarily go on their tour, or the other way around, sometimes you didn't do the recording but you are playing with them on part of their leg? How does that work?
That happens any which way but loose. I mean, it used to be back in the days of when I was, there was a period of time when I was kind of like going after the hired gun guitar player guy, studio guy, hired gun for tours and all that. When I was younger, I did a lot of that. And it was always one of the typical things of a lot of band members is they were always disgruntled because like, hey, man, they didn't use me for the record.
Right.
Well, the producers have a crew of guys that they rely on, and the record company's given them a budget. They have to deliver the product.
Right.
So, but as a young buck, you get all pissed off.
Right.
And then you learn what it is, and then you do it to the other young guys when they're coming up. Hey, how come I didn't play on the record? Because I did.
And that's just that.
And what do you think? I mean, how do you feel about all that, breaking into that business that way?
Well, I mean, it's difficult out there. I mean, sometimes guys are just not available. My first project, I would have loved to have had Kamasi Washington to work with. And I don't know if you know who Kamasi Washington is, but he's a great sax player. He's currently on tour now. This group, West Coast Get Down. These brothers are just, I actually watched Kamasi grow up around the world stage. And he is, when it comes to sax players, this guy, if he's available, he would be my first call. But I understood he wasn't available to play, so I had to get different guys, as well as Donald Vega. Donald Vega is on that first CD, and I met Donald through Al McKibben, who was my bass mentor. And Donald is just a beautiful player and such a great guy. Donald is such a sweet human being. I love the work that he did on my project, but again, he was just not available. So, I mean, it works different ways, but I could see it happening, especially today.
People are so spread out,
And that's what I was going to ask next is, if you had any musician right now, because now you have your name and you've built your name up to where people recognize you and they know who you are, they know what you've done, what players of today, right now, would you want to work with if you had a chance to work with anybody? And you guys can both answer this.
I'm working with them.
There you go.
I love it. There it is. Great answer.
Boom.
Well,
you heard it here.
That's kind of the reward.
I'm working with the guy. I mean, it's all about the power of right now.
Right on.
Being
it's
present.
The power of right now. I mean, as far as everything is concerned, this is where I am. I'm rooted in the reality of this is a beautiful thing. We've created a beautiful project. I just can't wait for people to hear it.
Right. So
once they hear it, I mean, they will not want it any other kind of way. If Mike's not there,
they're going to want you live.
We
Is
don't
what
want
it
to
comes
hear
down to.
If Amin's not there, we don't want. We want that project to be that project. So I'm sure.
Yeah, and now give us a shout out. Give us a shout out of all your links and everything where people can get a hold of you right now. Give us your links.
In particular for the Let It All Go
yes,
project.
for your current project.
Well, we have it on. What?
Go ahead, Mike.
Jinx.
We got the typical, iTunes, CD Baby, and so many of the other download sites that you have. My personal website is www.michaeloneillmusic.net.
There you go.
And there's links for everything there. Amin has some links through there's a YouTube channel, right, buddy, and the Facebook thing.
I'm all over social media. Twitter, Amin L. Just Google Amin L, and you'll find me on just about all the social sites. I'm not on Instagram, but I'm on Twitter. I'm on blogger.com. I'm on Facebook. Again, like Mike, I'm on YouTube. Lots of videos.
You guys are promoting
performances on YouTube.
You're promoting your album, of course, Let It All Go. And I know we've kind of been nudging away at, you have this show on the 27th coming up, yes? On our wonderful leap year, February. Are you, and I know we want to hear more about, you had this wonderful process in recording this album. Obviously, you guys, are really connected and close. It's an intimacy anytime you make music with someone. Is that something you guys do want to take on the road? Because I have a feeling your audience and your fans and listeners are going to be really wanting to embrace a live opportunity to share that.
Yeah, and then what venues are you going to take that kind of tour to?
Whoever will have us and pay.
Right. There you go. You heard it here first on Girls Talk Rock.
Serious cash injection can go a long way.
Right? Is that an understatement? Well, we'll
now,
put word out right now.
Are you also looking for sponsors, endorsers to sponsor and endorse a tour?
Absolutely.
Always.
All right, perfect. Well, tell us what you guys want, because that's what we're doing here.
And forever, always and forever. See?
All right, perfect.
Well, these are the type of things we're just reaching out. Our listeners, musicians of all caliber, the beginning musician, the garage musician, the bar musician, the lounge musician, the casino musician, the original artist trying to hit every show they can. And we get asked a lot of the questions we've been talking to you about constantly about the exposure and social media. And very often our listeners that are musicians love the recording process and often resist the live, tour because it's such a drain on
finances and everything.
Physical and fiscal tours. But, ultimately there is a lot of pleasure that comes from performing live. Do you guys think that that's the next phase in this project?
Go ahead, man.
Amin, are you amping up?
You got 15 seconds to commercial break, I think.
Yeah. You like that live rush?
Look like we lost him again.
We might have lost him.
We've just really begun doing the live thing. We're just getting it going now, and we're doing it on a more unplugged level.
I like that, unplugged.
That's
sellable.
All right, so hold that thought, because we're going to go into what it's like to run an unplugged show when you're used to playing with band members, maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 members in a band. So we're going to find out what it's like to be on your own and promoting an album and a tour. All right, we'll be right back with Michael O'Neill and Amin L. Stay right there, and we'll thank you, WSRadio.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page, mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1000. 888-511-1185.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
I raised $8,000 to build schools for South African children. After realizing how many people go hungry in San Diego, I now volunteer at a food pantry.
I'm spending the next year doing volunteer projects across 3 countries and helping in ways they designate to be the most helpful.
The World Link program at the Joan B. Kroc Institute for Peace and Justice recognizes the potential of youth as agents of social change. Learn how you can help youth become a generation of leaders in action at peace.sandiego.edu.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Talk to me.
Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Moe's Guitars is the proud sponsor of Girls Talk Rock. Over 35 years of helping girls and guys rock. Moe's Guitars, M-O-Z-E, guitars.com.
Welcome to Girls Talk Rock, where the musician's creativity finds its voice. And here are your hosts, Tracy Smith and Beth Venus.
That's what
All right, Beth, we are back.
All right, I was laughing.
We're going to tell everybody right now that when we left the last segment, we were talking to Michael about the unplugged sets and the unplugged styles and the genres. So why don't you give us a little bit about what you were talking about with the unplugged stuff, Michael?
Yeah, it was related to your inquiry about us, doing the live performance to support the record,
right?
And that's what we're looking at is like when we did the NAMM show at the bowling alley. That whole model where it was Amin and myself. I'm covering all the guitars and string. He's singing bass and just a hybrid percussionist with the different stuff. Real basic.
That feels full, though. It had a lot of texture, even though, we're saying it's like acoustic style, but that unplugged styles. We're going to be at Coach House on March 9th with Dana Fuchs, and
yes.
And she does an all-acoustic round, and I know that's really trending now.
It's big. It's
of
big. A lot of
better
acoustic is coming back.
We expect to see you out and about for sure. That's the kind of thing. I mean, playing bass. How is that happening with you in the acoustic mode? Do you just plug in gently?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a few different things, from upright bass to electric bass.
Cool.
And, some things I'd like to play guitar on. But, we haven't worked out all of the particulars yet, but, you got a taste of what the unplugged thing looks like. at the pre-NAMM show.
Yeah, I want to see a tambourine on one foot, a drum on another, and an upright bass in your right hand. I want to see you multitasking, man. I think you can
This
do
is
it,
not Giardelli Square.
Well, I think you guys know maybe a cajon player that'd be interested. Jackie Bertoni, just throwing it out there, just saying.
There's somebody to hit up.
Yeah, well, we're open. We're open. I mean, we're working this thing, so hey.
And that's how ultimately you brand it, by looking at the artists that are involved, the style of the music, and then just hitting up and seeing the kind of venues and showcases you guys want to be a part of, yeah?
Well, yeah, I mean, ultimately some of the production on the tunes are much bigger. I mean, the biggest production that we have was a tune, our statement on environmental issues we call Mother Earth.
Right.
And which features Amin on a spoken word, which is really cool. But we have it's almost like akin to a We Are the World kind of huge choral thing that gets going. It's you can definitely picture everybody holding the hands.
I like it.
Love it.
I like it. This
hands
is the
across,
time.
hands across
From
America.
nation to nation.
That's right.
Well,
Nation to nation.
and that's a theme of sorts with so many great artists, to really start to reach that subject about Mother Earth. So, I like it a lot, I think I was just witnessing a Duran Duran tribute practice the other day at the studio, and they were doing Planet Earth and all talking about the lyrics and how all of a sudden that's their favorite song.
The really cool graphics in the background going on and everything.
That's a marker, I think, for
I think our listeners might like to know from people at your level, guys, musicians at your level, that, if there's one piece of advice that you can give them right now, knowing that they're not at your level, to get to your level, what would that piece of advice be?
Never think you're at my level. No. That's wrong. That's just wrong. Is that stay true to yourself. Do not waver from know yourself. First of all, that's the big one. That's
so
the harder.
Pigeonhole yourself is what you're saying, genre and all that.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but first of all, know yourself, because too many people don't really know themselves, because I can do this, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that.
Yeah,
I can do everything.
That's what me and Beth say every day.
Yeah. So
I hear it all the
figure out
time.
what your strong suits are and play to your strengths. That's the best.
Play to that
Yeah,
strength.
and then
Don't try
what
to be
would you say, Amin? Because we've got
well, don't be afraid to challenge. Don't be afraid to get out of your box. I mean, some things you just, you may be good at, but life is for the taking. So my advice is to live your life, with vigor. Live. This is about living.
That's right.
Be it music, be it whatever it is that you're doing, go do it with gusto.
That's right, because life is
That's
short.
what it's about.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it's
right.
Short.
That's right.
And if music is one of the things that you want to pursue it. Pursue it, and with a passion. Pursue it, and you can just play around if you want to just play around. I mean, it's your life.
It can be what you want it to
what
be.
you want to do with it. It's no harm, no foul either way.
And so I think
you do what you do.
Yeah, and I think the last thing I want to ask you guys, because we're rolling short on time right now, is what do you guys think that you have done that over the last 30 years that brings you to this point, that how have you stayed relevant in the public's eyes and staying relevant with the music that you're doing right now?
Boy, I didn't realize I was relevant to the public.
You're very relevant. That's why you're
well,
here.
I mean, you're still here 30 years later. So
Yeah.
the bands that make it for 40 years,
Well, again, it's at the end of the day, it comes down to honesty, because we have to sell what we're creating. We're salesmen, and nothing is worse than having to sell a product you hate.
Right.
That is such a great way of putting
that
it.
you don't believe in.
Beautifully
That's
put.
right. You don't believe in it.
It's that's awesome, because I think a lot of artists do put out a lot of things they don't want to sell, and then they go, "I'm not a salesperson," and we're like, "Well, if you really loved it, you might be." So it's a really honest way of putting it. Oh, I'm getting tapped on our shoulder because we are about 2:40 left, and we here at Girls Talk Rock have got to get to the Quattro. And since there's two of you, we need you both to answer with the quickest answer that comes to your mind and your heart. And for you, I mean your soul.
Yes.
So, his soul. Here we go. So you start off.
I'm going to start with the first question.
Yes.
Now, we know you guys are both sweet.
Very sweet.
What kind of candy are you, if you're any kind of candy at all?
Yeah, it's Valentine's this weekend. We have to ask.
Reese's
Oh.
peanut butter cups.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Amin.
I love peanut butter cups too, but the dark chocolate with the walnuts. Oh my God!
Okay, there we go. Dark chocolate and
Okay,
walnuts.
you
We're
guys
up for
know that. Okay, so here's for all our listeners, but especially the ladies, it's Valentine's Day evening. You've already made dinner. You've done everything wonderfully. You're dressed. You don't stink. And it's Valentine's. You're men. I got to say that.
Roll it.
What music do you play for your sweetheart on Valentine's night? What are you listening
Let's
to?
slip away.
Ooh, nice.
I play that
Let's
first,
slip
and
away.
then I put on Something Comparable by Nat King Cole.
There we go. So now we know how you guys
And then
roll.
you've got to get some Prince in there. You got to get some Prince.
Oh, there you go.
Somebody loves the Prince. I'm going to hook you up with my husband. He
Yeah.
loves the
You got
Prince
to get
too.
All
some
right,
Prince
all
in
right.
there, you
Let's
know.
move on here. Question number 3: cake, flowers, or a big bear? What gift are you rolling in with?
Something big.
Well,
Flowers.
I'm rolling in with all three, but I'm the big bear.
He's
There
the
you
big
go.
bear.
See?
And you're the
I'm
flower
rolling
He's
in
a
with
man.
all
giant
three,
bear.
but I'm the teddy bear, baby.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, I'm going to give a shout out to our husbands. I hope they're listening. Tracy, are our husbands listening tonight?
I
You
think
guys
they
hearing
are.
this?
Are you
I'm
guys
just saying.
listening? Because we
Okay.
want all three.
I'm just talking.
Just saying.
I'm just saying. Okay. And for our big quattro, before we give you guys your shout outs, what is your favorite stage you've ever played on that you just love to go back to?
Wow, that is a heck of a question. Well, the most memorable would be the very first Rock in Rio de Janeiro, which was a massive stage just set across from the ocean with mountains in the background. There were 300,000 people.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, only 300,000.
Small affair.
1985.
Yummy.
They had to, backstage, they had a system which were using railroad tracks to turn the two
delicious.
stages.
Oh, wow.
And so we played at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, my God.
Nobody left.
Nobody loved you. Said there is a God. This
All
is
right,
the
we got
perfect
15
setting.
seconds. I mean, what stage would you like to play on?
A real, what I
favorite
like
one.
to
Or
play
your
on?
favorite
Or,
one
no,
ever.
the one you ever played on.
Well, it was out here in Palm Springs. That night I mentioned.
I like
place
that.
was called Chillers in downtown Palm Springs. No longer there though, but it was a nice intimate thing.
We got the California boy going on.
We're
in you.
Girls
All right,
Talk
good.
Rock.
Well, you know what?
All
Yeah,
right.
for Beth Venus and for Tracy Smith.
Of course.
Girls Talk Rock.
And
Thank you to WSRadio.com, the worldwide leader in Internet Talk. Thank you, Enter Talk Radio. And
Enter
thank
Talk.
you, all of our show sponsors. We love you. We'll see you next week with Marcella Detroit.
Yummy.
Look her up.
Wow, I like
Hey, it's
this
Catherine
last
from Listen Local Radio.
touch.
Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine, and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the coaches training program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.